Hello, my name is DC. I'll be giving you match analysis on the match of Al Nassr versus Al Kholood. Let's get into it. Alright, here Mane has the ball, and what I would like to notice here is the lack of pressure from the opponent. Sorry. Yeah. Because as you can see here, Mane has received the ball into, this particular region of the pitch. He cannot move forward because you get pressured by the ball, or it is unlikely he'll move forward. And okay, not to disrespect Mane, but at his age, I don't think he would, try and dribble to cut across because I do think he will get stopped. So at this point, what you're trying to do is that you're supposed to, okay, not really supposed to, but assume that he's going to make the cross from here. So what you do is that you push him to this particular region and make sure he crosses on his left foot just to put more added pressure. And then what you do is get someone to double up so that you can at least take it for a corner, throw in, or possibly win the ball. So here, as we play, look at that. He is not really anticipating that well, because if he cut across very quickly rather than staring and looking, because in those two steps you could have taken bigger strides to go and close down this space, because at this point this is the dangerous space, because Ronaldo here is unmarked. You have left him all alone. All your attention is on Mane, and if you're going to put that much attention into staring, you might as well go and help your teammate. So he takes his time, and then only in the last minute does he decide that he's going to make an effort. At this point, Mane initially was looking for Ronaldo. Fortunately enough, the defender intercepts it. Unfortunately enough, he takes a bad touch which lands into the path of John Duran. At this point, it's okay to take it out for a corner or free kick. Oh, sorry, not free kick, a corner or throw in. Problem with most modern day football is there's this emphasis of keeping possession even if it's in very dangerous positions. So what happens is you have a player that instead of kicking it out or passing it is just looking to keep possession for the sake of keeping possession, or just trying to trap it for the sake of, holding on to the ball. Sometimes the best thing to do, kick it out, organize. Yes, it's not ethical to kick it out all the time, but in this position here, when you're in your own box, unless you are very good technically, I would not advise keeping the ball, because here it's a bad touch. And in that same action, he could have kicked it out for corner or throw in, preferably throw in. Okay, he takes a bad touch. It lands first in the feet of John Duran, but since the keeper had to move to this side to save that shot, it leaves this open space for Ronaldo, and you don't give Ronaldo this much open space, because even just the way he takes it, he puts it into the far corner, in which the goalkeeper will not be able to easily catch it. See. Yeah, because look at this, and once again, even here, it comes from, once again, trying to keep possession, or just knowing when to let go, because from what I can see here, he could have easily passed it either way. Passed it to him so that he takes the ball forward, or pass it into this space here so that his teammate can react to that and play it maybe into him once again so that they can continue and move. But instead, what he does is that he plays himself into trouble. He tries to take the nutmeg, and even here is another mistake he does because of the way he takes the ball. He could have pushed the ball into the space, but he tries to get past being clever. And this is the wrong option, because what it does is that he's closed himself down. He could have taken it into the space so he gets his head up. Because right now, that failed nutmeg put him in this position. Why? Because he's trying to keep possession when he either should have passed it or should have kicked it out. But I prefer he passed it into these other two positions that I had mentioned earlier. And then he gets caught out. At least he has the presence of mind to immediately go and pressure the ball. His teammate here could have done better, but he did put himself first into the situation. But you're supposed to help your teammate out, probably shot at him. He took way too long trying to close down Mane. He even went further away. I don't know why. And then this just happened. A bad touch. Goal. Should have just kicked it out. Now for Al Kholood, they did lose, but they did have some interesting chances, such as this one. So what it does here, another case of, I think this is where you are more open to keep possession or keep the ball. because it's pointless kicking it out when you're in the half of where you're supposed to be scoring. What I like is that his strength, he turns his man and then he plays it into his teammate. And then boom, that's a lovely goal. Of one person deciding to keep the ball and then move forward. In these cases, you are allowed to keep the ball and do whatever you want. But when you're near your defense, when you're near your own goalkeeper or in your own box, it's very dangerous because, as shown earlier, one mistake, you put yourself in problems. So apparently this was a foul. Yeah, it was a foul on Mane, I presume, because he kicked into Mane. A strange one, but I would have let it, so that you can help the flow of the game. Because this probably did impact Al Kholood. Because again, here another chance. Once again, turns. You see, proper possession of the ball, not just keeping it for the sake. See, he passes it into him. The fact that he's surrounded by three other players, yet he manages not only. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is okay. So I made a very silly mistake. Yeah, let me just move back. I'm sorry. This is the last one. All right, so he passes it. So I assume he's a screen. Oh, this is just a bad pass. Or it just gets deflected. What I like is that he takes it, gives the defender his back so that he gives the defender his back so he protects the ball, and the lack of engagement such that they leave him to take on the shot. Fortunately, saved by the keeper. Yeah, I could have done a bit more defending. Here, someone has gone up, leaving these huge acres of space. He takes the ball into his stride. Sadio Mane, he was behind him, but now he's made this, I don't know, somewhat curved run. So he moves on to the blind side of the defender because he puts the defender in more problems where he has to look left, then look right, so as to see the flight of the ball. But this pass here, this is a brilliant pass. Now, the defender, his eyes are on the ball, and this is also due to Mane's good positioning because if he puts the defender in a position where he has to look left and right, which means he will eventually lose track of Mane. But this pass is brilliant. This is a lovely pass, much better finish. But if I was the defender, I would have just gone with Mane. I would have gone shoulder to shoulder, just following him. But this ball into space, I think he was the player that, because from the way I see it, he is where he's supposed to be. These two are where they're supposed to be. He has pushed up. Why he has pushed up, I have no idea. Leaving his man here to run into 3 acres of space. Because at this point, this ball here is not dangerous. It's not dangerous. We know Ronaldo is very good, but it's unlikely he'll score from the halfway line. But this is the real danger. A man running into space uncontested and unchallenged. That's the real danger here. And then this, after this lovely pass from Ronaldo, this lovely cross allows Mane to score. That's a lovely goal. Alright, so I'm sure you've seen the problem. Alright, so I know that they're 2-0 down, they're trying to defend the lead, but this is just, they are way too deep. Look at this. This is just way too deep because all of them are within the penalty spot. They're within the range of the penalty spot because, in fact, they're even deeper than that. They have pushed themselves so far behind. And look at this, the number of players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players, which means that's most of the defenders and probably like maybe 2 midfielders. So my question is, where's the rest? Because you can't have. Okay, so here's it is. Let's say your defensive line, midfield line, attacking line. This is how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to have a normal amount of space in between. What you don't do is have all your defenders here, and then your midfield and attack is here. This is an example of the number of gaps or the types. It's a dangerous gap where it can easily be exploited by people moving into that space. Like John Duram is near the penalty spot, uncontested, and then he's like, this is just too much space because we know he can shoot from outside the box. We know he can shoot from outside the box. And then look at this. You see, he receives the pass. Look at that. This is what surprised me. He stops here. I know for a fact he could have gone earlier and moved further. But since everyone look, because if you look at everyone's head, everyone is looking at the ball. You have six people being taken out by an individual that has the ball from outside the box. This is where everyone's attention is, which is very dangerous. There's supposed to be probably a midfielder, or two in front of the defense, or any two of these guys could push up, and then they should position themselves near the D so as to immediately go and block any shots from outside the box. What I love is that he disguises the pass in order, like, even though the ball doesn't get passed to him, he continues his run. But here, John Duram, he takes it into his stride. I do feel the keeper should save this because it is on his side. But it's a lovely strike because he disguises the pass. And then, like, because everyone was so focused on the ball, they're too late to do anything. And it's a lovely goal, John Duram. But it's because everyone was defending so deep, leaving so much space. If there's one thing, I think this is zone 14. You do not give people room in zone 14 because it's one of the most likely places where someone will take a shot from, especially from outside the box, mainly because it's central and it favors either a left footer or a right footer. This particular area, it favors any foot because of its position to go. But this is just funny defending. John Duram scoring goals for fun. He's enjoying himself. But just like this, boom, takes it into his stride. That's a lovely goal. Maybe the keeper should have done better. This is definitely a red card. This is definitely a red card. There's no two ways about it. Because that's more of a scissor tackle, which is very dangerous. And doing that whilst you're on a yellow is strange. Alright, once again, they have the ball in possession. He gets passed. What I like, again, another disguise. That's one thing I can commend for Kholood whenever they're in the attacking phase is that they know how to hold the ball and then do something with it, either pass or shoot from the highlights I've seen so far. Because what I love about this pass, boom, he drops it. It's in the air. It's not really a good first touch, but it's good enough. He fakes it. He he bought it. He bought the lie, and that's why it's so important to have people wide because sometimes it can give the illusion that they're passing option, which can give the defender more stress into knowing when and how he will engage. But that's a lovely turn, and it was not on target. It got deflected, but that's how it is sometimes in football. You get the benefit of the doubt. See, if he didn't take that shot, he wouldn't have scored. That's just another good lesson of just take the shot. Otherwise, this was an interesting match with a few interesting points. Yeah, that's been my match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.